Hello everyone, this is the Green Snake Gamer playing Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rock Bottom, Part 1. As always, I'm gonna go around and break these tikis first to get some more shiny objects. Okay, now over here, as you can see, we need 25 golden spatulas to go to Rock Bottom.
Welcome to the dark depths of Rock Bottom, home of strange creatures and souvenir t-shirts.
Spongebob, I'm actually glad you're here, believe it or not.
I'm glad I'm here too, Mrs. Puff.
The robots have stolen priceless artwork from the museum. If you can return it all to me, I'll reward you with a golden spatula.
Why do you want all that artwork?
Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to handle the answer to.
Consider the artwork saved, Mrs. Puff.
Okay, this is Rock Bottom, and as you can see, Mrs. Puff has given us a new objective: return the museum's art. Now here we have 8 golden spatulas to collect, along with 9 socks. Over here is the taxi to go back to Bikini Bottom. Now all the way in the back over here is the shiny object. Make sure to collect it. And we don't have to worry about the out of bounds line. It's pretty clear where that is. Don't want to fall off the ledge. Oh look, a candy machine. And look, the candy is spelled with a K instead of a C, just like in Mortal Kombat. As you can see, if you go to the candy machine, that bus will drive by, just like in that episode of SpongeBob, when SpongeBob and Patrick end up in Rock Bottom. So here we are introduced to a new enemy, the Sleepy Time robot. Now there are a few ways to deal with him. You can either tiptoe toward him and attack him, or if his back is to you, you can use the Bubble Bowl move. You want to stay out of that light. If you move too quickly in that light, he will attack you like crazy. Now use these tikis to get up here to collect these shiny objects. Now here are the bathrooms. Can't tell which is for boys and which is for girls. I have a feeling the left is for girls for the question mark, since girls ask a lot of questions. And the boys must be this upside down question mark, since we don't like to ask questions. We won't even ask for directions. Now, if you broke the tikis, you can still get up here by jumping on top of the door. Boy, there's a lot of spelling errors in this restroom sign. That's a grammar nightmare. And over there are some shiny objects. We'll be getting over there later, so just take note of it. Make sure to collect this artwork. Remember, we're collecting it for Mrs. Puff.
Thank you.
Now, these platforms are very annoying, since if you move too quickly on them, they will break, so you need to tiptoe across them. However, it is very difficult to tiptoe. And to make things harder, they have shiny objects out here for us to collect. Okay, not close enough. I need to tiptoe forward a little bit more. One false move and the platform will break. So I need to be very careful. Okay, there we go. Okay, as you can see, we have some more shiny objects out there. So we gotta tiptoe very carefully again, so these platforms don't break. Okay, there we go. Finally. It is so difficult to tiptoe just right. So this can be a bit frustrating. Just take your time. Okay, there we go. Now here's Bubble Buddy. Let's talk to him.
I gotta say, Bubble Buddy, for a bubble, you really get around.
Spongebob, the robots are plundering Rock Bottom's museum, but they've broken the roadway leading up there. You'll have to be clever and find another route to get in.
What if I lick all these stamps and mail myself?
Could work, but perhaps being sneaky would be faster.
Okay, Bubble Buddy has given us a new objective. Get to the museum. Okay, ahead of us is another Sleepy Time robot. Now, as you can see, this one is not standing still. He's moving around a lot. He's doing some sleepwalking. As you can see, he will deflect the Bubble Boom move if it doesn't aim perfectly at his back. So the Bubble Bowl move will only work if you get a clear shot at his back, like that. Make sure to open up this teleport box. Now up here, up this ramp, is a Duplicatotron 1000. It's blocked by a gate, so we can't get it yet. So it will just keep spawning these robots. So go down here first. Up here you can see there's a stone tiki on top of this rock. Now behind it is a tiki along with a thunder tiki. Just blow up the thunder tiki and it'll reach the stone tiki. Ooh, that was close. We almost got hit by one of those water missiles from a Chuck up there. Okay, here's a teleport box. Make sure to open that. And over here is a switch. Make sure to activate it. This will release a swing hook. As you can see, we're gonna need Sandy. But first, we're gonna go this way. Okay, now, you can see there's these tikis. As soon as I get these robots out of the way. Okay, now go ahead and use the Bubble Bowl move. That'll blow them up along with hitting the switch to release another swing hook. Now you can see there's a Duplicatotron 1000 because the robots keep spawning. Now there it is over there, so let's take care of it. Now over here is another switch. Make sure to activate it to release another swing hook. Now if you look down over here, you can see there's a sock. Just take note of it for now. This guy looks really creepy. Okay, don't break these tikis yet. Use them to get up to collect this shiny object first. Oh, would you look at that? One of the robots killed themselves. Fantastic. Now here's another switch to release another swing hook. I know, there's quite a lot of them. Now ahead of us you can see another Sleepy Time robot. Now that light is his range. If you run around inside that light, he will attack you. Ooh, so close. So yeah, these enemies can be very annoying to deal with. So if you're in the red light, make sure to stand perfectly still and be extremely careful. Another creepy person. There's a lot of creepy people down here at rock bottom. Okay, now here's another switch. Let's activate it. This will take down the gate that's blocking that Duplicatotron 1000.
Just my size.
Now use the teleport box to warp back over to where it's spawning those robots. So now the gate is gone, so we can go ahead and destroy the Duplicatotron 1000. Now we can go this way. Now here's a switch and the sponge ball to move quickly. By hitting the switch, this will remove another gate, but we have a timer, so we need to get there quickly. And there we go. So that gate will stay open now. Okay, we got all the shiny objects along the track. Good. Now we're gonna jump up here onto this ledge. Don't forget this shiny object behind this rock, and make sure to hit this switch. This will release yet another swing hook and give us a new objective. Swing along spatula. Make sure to collect this artwork that's up here.
Scavenger hunt, 3 years running.
And this trampoline will bounce us up to this rooftop. Okay, next let's continue ahead. Here we have another switch. Go ahead and activate it. This will raise this platform, and now we need to use the sponge ball to quickly get across. However, as you can see, it still goes back down. Okay, now ahead of us we have a cannon. We need to be very careful here. Okay, got past the cannon. Now go around here. Here's some more thunder tikis to break. And this will lead us to the cannon. So let's go ahead and break that, so we can get this shiny object. Now over here are these two giant toothbrushes. Don't know who's gonna be using these, but you can see Spongebob's symbol here. So you just need to wall jump. Now jump onto this rooftop. Here we get a checkpoint, and we also have a bus stop, so now we can switch to Sandy. Okay, now let's swing over to the next rooftop. So now we can start using the swing hooks we've released to get around up here, Just be careful of all the robots on top of these buildings.
Nothing like a little work to get the heart pumping.
Okay, I'm gonna go this way first. To the right. Try to avoid that tartar sauce. That'll show him. Okay, now I'm gonna use this trampoline here to bounce up. And we need to swing over to that swing hook floating around. Okay, didn't quite make it in time. Okay, there we go. Now make sure to get this shiny object. And on the other side over here is a golden spatula along with a lot of shiny objects.
Someone better make good use of all these. Hey!
And this completes the objective swing along spatula. Now on the side here, there's a shiny object. You also want to take note of that slide over there. Now as you can see, we now have trampolines on the ground to give us little shortcuts to get back up here if we fall off. Okay, on to the next rooftop. Here we have two of these enemies firing tartar sauce at us.
Ew. Can't believe I'm wearing Spongebob's underwear.
Okay, now we need to swing over to the swing hook floating around, leading us to the museum. Just be careful to avoid this water missile from Chuck. Okay, now we can go ahead and open up the teleport box, along with collecting these shiny objects. This will create a little shortcut down below us. Now over here is a golden spatula. Make sure to collect it. And this completes the objective, get to the museum. Now, before we go into the Rock Bottom Museum, go behind this vent and collect the shiny object. Now, before I go in there, remember that slide I was telling you to take note of? Okay, we're gonna take care of this slide right now, even though we're supposed to do this later. But this is very handy because Sandy can go backwards or up the slide. And what's even better is Sandy can activate the Thunder Tikis without causing you to get caught in the blast by just hovering near them, which is fantastic. So you don't have to go through a lot of pairs of underwear blowing them all up. Just use Sandy. Now, as you can see, we're using Sandy to go up the slide instead of going down the slide. It does take a while, but you can go all the way back to the start of the slide. Here's Mr. Krabs. And a teleport box, make sure to open that. And here's a bus stop.
Someone better make good use of all these.
Now here's that platform that I mentioned at the start of this area, with all those shiny objects. This is just one way you can get up here. Now this platform will take us back to the start. So it'll take us back to Mrs. Puff down there. Now this way leads us to the Trench of Advanced Darkness. We're not gonna go there yet. First thing we're gonna do is take care of the slide. So I'm gonna switch to Spongebob and talk to Mr. Krabs.
Hey, Mr. Krabs, what are you doing?
Well, I could have sworn me eyes saw a golden spatula here a minute ago, but I think it fell down this slide.
Down the slide? It might have broken its leg. I've got to save it.
Go, boy, go! Save that poor spatula!
This gives us a new objective, slip sliding away. Now we'll need to activate that switch as Spongebob to start that challenge, but first I'm just gonna use Sandy. And the reason for that is because of these thunder tikis on the track. This way I won't have to take damage. Okay, we did take some hits, but look at all the underwear we saved. Now at the end of it, quickly go over to this Duplicatotron. It's on the right, so just hover over here. Now you want to come over here because here's another sock. So yeah, at the end of the slide, jump to the right. Okay, let's continue on ahead.
Nothing like a good old rope to get the heart pumping.
Now ahead of us is another Chuck robot throwing those water missiles at us. Okay, now over here we have a lot of Thunder Tikis. So just run around in a circle. Okay, now ahead of us is one of those Sleepy Time robots. Now these enemies are very difficult to deal with as Sandy because you gotta kinda get like on the border of their range in order to be close enough to rope them. The problem is, most of the time you're going to be inside their range and be attacked, because Sandy makes a lot of noise. So yeah, Sandy is not a good person to use to fight these robots with. It's very risky. See, even though I'm so close... See, and that happens most of the time.
Feeling refreshed.
Okay, it looks like he's stuck. He's supposed to be walking around, but for some reason he's stuck going this way. Which will be good if we can get him from behind. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use this teleport box. Now I'm gonna try to go the other way to try to get that robot from behind. Okay, we do have some of those tikis on the track still to get. So let's head over to where we got that sock earlier. Now, as you can see, there's a platform down there with the robot, so let's just swing over there. Now, here's the other side. So, as you can see, that robot's stuck on the ledge. So, let's see if we can get him from behind, see if this will be easier. Okay, there we go. Now it worked. Most of the time, you will be attacked as Sandy if you're fighting that enemy. So, it's just really tricky to pull off. Now use this platform to go up, but before we get to the top, jump off to collect this sock. This was that sock we saw earlier. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that teleport box to go back to the start of the slide. Since we do have a golden spatula to collect. So I need to go switch to Spongebob. Okay, now let's do this. Go ahead and bubble bounce this switch to activate it. Now as you can see, we have a time limit, 40 seconds, to get to the bottom and collect that golden spatula. We also want to get those tikis that are along the track here. As you can see, no sweat, we got plenty of time. And this completes the objective, slip sliding away. Okay, let's switch back to Sandy. Now we're heading back to the museum. Now Sandy can't tiptoe, so I'm just gonna jump across these platforms before they break, and hopefully not fall. Okay, now I'm gonna switch back to Spongebob. Alright, all set to go inside the museum. So go over here, make sure there's no shiny objects, and go into the Rock Bottom Museum.
Barnacle Boy, are you on patrol down here?
No, this is my second job. I work security. Now listen, if you want to reach the golden spatula, you need to shut off the museum's security system.
You have to iron those pants or are they wrinkle-free? Unlike you.
Pay attention, kid. This is serious stuff. Now, if we don't get this robot thing resolved, Shady Shoals will shut down, and I'll have to move back in with my son and his wife and his 4 screaming kids. Now, you see that vent on the other side of the museum?
Yes, sir.
That's where you exit the museum. Good luck, kid.
I won't let you down, Barnacle Boy.
And Barnacle Boy has given us a new objective, plundering robots in the museum. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save my game, and this will be the end of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rock Bottom, Part 1.